Welcome to the Stay Ready Real Estate Podcast, where we stay ready so you don't have to get ready. I'm your host, Emeka. And what this podcast is all about is letting you know that regular people like you and me can invest in real estate to become wealthy. You don't need millions and billions of dollars to invest in real estate. You can actually invest in real estate with little to no money down. I'm just here to let you know that as long as you have time and can take action, you can become wealthy. And all it takes is a couple of years for you to honestly become financially free. So tune in. Hope you enjoy. What is going on, family? It is your boy, Emeka. And today what we're going to talk about is why you haven't gotten a deal yet. And there's a couple of different reasons, but the main reason that I see and hear is because you haven't made enough offers yet. If you haven't offended anybody, then you're not doing enough. If you're not going to be making offers with the climate it is in the economy right now, then there's not really a point to making offers. It's tough to invest in real estate if you're not going to invest in a real estate when it is a great time to buy. Now, what did I mean 2 seconds ago when I said you haven't offended enough people yet? Well, that means you just need to make a low ball offer. I know, low ball offer. What's the point? You're going to offend a realtor, you're going to offend the buyer, and they may never talk to you again. I can tell you right now that is a myth. That is an absolute myth. I've made lowball offers often. Quite frankly, most of my offers are lowball offers, But there's always a reason for my offer. When I say make a lowball offer, I'm not saying someone's asking prices 300 grand and you offer 50 grand just because. No. If you're offering just because, you shouldn't be in real estate. There should be a reason of your offer. You should be able to explain why your offer is the way it is. So that can bring you credibility, and that doesn't make you seem like you're just some person or gal winging it. And that is very important. I've made about 4 offers just this week, and all of them got declined, and one of them got accepted, and I just wasn't quick enough. Someone else offered the same price and was able to send in an EMD and get the contract a lot quicker than I can. Sucks, but it happens. More opportunities will always arise, and that's why you got to keep going. You got to keep making offers. You got to keep underwriting. People aren't underwriting enough and people aren't making enough offers, right? And I said, whenever you're making an offer, especially if it's a lowball offer, you need to be able to explain why. So I made a lowball offer this week. The asking was about 200 and I offered under 100 grand. Why? Right? Well, I can easily explain, well, there's a foundation issue. It's going to cost me X amount of dollars. As well as this is in a historic district, so I have to work with the Historic Preservation Board to change the windows and get approval for the siding. As well as the comps are showing a 3.2, and this is currently a 3.1. So if I'm going to add a bath, which is going to make sense for me, it's going to cost me X amount of dollars. And the way this house is looking and the way it's dilapidated and the way that the market is, I can only expect to sell it for this amount, because even though your comp show that this house sold for 400 grand and 20 grand over asking, that was also over 6 months ago. So because of that, I can't use that. The market was different 6 months ago than it is now. The interest rates have changed. There's now a war, etc., 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 etc. And you see what I did there? I was able to role play with you exactly why I offered what I did, because I could back it up with facts, numbers, and my experience. If you have no experience, then what you need to focus on is your underwriting. If you're not underwriting enough, your underwriting is not going to be good. So if you're going to make an offer based off your underwriting, then make sure your underwriting is good and make sure your comps are legit. Because at the end of the day, your purchase price is where you really make money. You don't make money at the sell, you make money at the buy. Because when stuff hits the fan, then you always know that you bought, so you have some wiggle room. And wiggle room is huge. But you're never going to get a deal if you're making one offer a month. You should be making a couple offers a week. And I'm not going to be this person to tell you, well, if you're not making 100 offers a month, then you might as well just kick the can. No, it does not work that way. The way it works is you make legit offers, and it has to be subject to your underwriting. Stick to your underwriting always, and always stress test. Do not make a deal work by subtracting your rehab cost. I've made that mistake. Sometimes I'm a little too aggressive. But if you do that, you leave room for so many possibilities of errors. And I do not want that for you. You will never get a deal trying to force it to work. You shouldn't have to force it to work. If you're going to be forcing anything to work, it shouldn't come off of the rehab. It should come off the structure of the deal, especially if you have partners or if it's seller financing, and the list kind of goes on. This is a short list. But you're never going to get a deal. You're not going to get deals unless you're making offers. You should be making offers often, at least once a week. There's 4 weeks in a month. 4 offers a month is not really hard to come by. Because if you're going to tell me that there's no deals, that is absolutely false. I can find a deal in every single market, no matter what the economy is. And it's all about how you buy. Every deal makes sense as long as the numbers make sense. And if you're not making offers, especially with lowball offers, you're never going to get a deal. I'm saying the same things over and over and over again because I want to put in your brain that deals are to be had, especially right now in the economy when the inventory is high, prices are coming down, sellers are starting to realize, and the prices might come down even more, but you just need to account for that when you're trying to do the sell. So why aren't you getting in deals? Why aren't you, stop listening to me and making an offer right now? You need to make lowball offers and back it up with facts. Short and sweet episode. Make the offer. No excuses. Stop the analysis paralysis. There are deals to be had. It's just a matter of the purchase price. Don't look at their asking price and stop there. Figure out what the purchase price needs to be for you to get the deal and for it to make sense to you. And then you're going to be happy. A deal's going to come to you a lot quicker than you expected, and you're going to be so happy and thank me later by an email, text, or comment on my YouTube and like and subscribe if you enjoy the channel. You're gonna be so happy that you made the offer, because at the end of the day, whether your offer is low or lower or the lowest, it's not an emotional game. Business is business. So please let me know the next time you make an offer, when it gets accepted, and we can talk about it. And I want to bring you on the show so you can talk about that experience with the rest of the world. Until next time, team, see you next week. Thanks for tuning into the podcast. I really hope you enjoyed. My goal with these podcasts is to help you get 1% better every single day. And if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe and go to my YouTube channel, because I post real life deals and the ongoing things that I'm doing to let you know that I'm walking the talk and not just talking about it, not just yapping. So hope to see you next week. Till next time.